Hello, magical Librans, and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, welcome. So glad to have you here. If you've been here before, I've missed you since morning message. Hope you are really well. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I nearly forgot the last time with the last message. My baby girl Delilah is sleeping in the room with me near the heater. So if you hear any loud breathing or grunting or anything, it's Delilah child in her sleep. Also, guys, please, if you enjoy the readings, please subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and it's like Mara's in your inbox. Okay, so these will be weekly readings. We have a whole range of different readings that I offer, and as time goes by, obviously I will be introducing some new ones as well. And then just so you know, my readings are never gender specific. All right, so just go with the flow, change it around, divine masculine, divine feminine, things like that. That's just not a thing in readings. It's very general. And this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if you feel like this isn't your story, then please check your other placements in your chart to either get the full picture or to find something that relates more to you at the current time. Okay, just a heads up. I drew all the cards and I've just had a look at your tarot cards. I kind of feel like this reading is very similar to the the Gemini energy. The Gemini. Oh my God! First word sounds like. You'll learn. My mouth always goes faster than my mind. Very similar to the Gemini energy. So if you've got Gemini in your placement, just check it out because they are like, it's a very similar energy coming out of here. Okay, right, so let's start your reading. Right, Seven of Wands. All right, this is talking about being in a space of defensiveness, of having to feel like you need to protect yourself, feeling a little bit vulnerable, feeling like you're a little bit under attack, okay, is the energy I'm getting from this. And what I'm hearing loudly and clearly is it's time to just take a breath. You are being protected, all right? There is an element of this almost being necessary to trigger you to find out where you've needed to heal, but it's time to take a step back. All right. And I want to read these two together. The Devil card has come out as well. So I'm feeling very strongly that for some of you, this is about your mental patterning, it's about your programming, it's about addictions for some of you, in whichever way form that can take. That doesn't necessarily just need to be like an alcoholic or a drug addiction. This can be about ways we choose to live, or victimhood. Victimhood can be an addiction. It's this kind of energy, but it feels like you've been triggered and you've got your back up a bit and you're like, I have to defend myself. The universe is saying, it happened for a reason, but it's time to break the cycle now. It's time to actually, the reason it's come up has been to push you to actually walk away from it and to go, actually, that's not what I need in my space. That's not what I want in my space. This is not moving me forward. Okay. So there's a very clear indication that this has been an intentional a trigger I want to use, and it's been to push you past that. All right. And then out comes the Wheel of Fortune for you. This is serendipitous because it does say that divine intervention is moving you forward. It's assisting you in breaking those chains, but it's also reiterating the fact that it has had a hand in this. All right. This Wheel of Fortune is very much about divine intervention. All right. And so this for me is saying that this was very much a divinely what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say planned, but it was divinely catalyzed. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. In order to get you to a point where you are able to move forward. Wheel of Fortune is about motion. It's about moving forward. Okay. So it feels like there's a big turning point for you here. And I just want to say, you've also got 3 major arcana. So did Gemini. Okay. The Emperor comes out. This is getting you out of the state of victimhood or mental patterning or addiction, whatever it is that's been holding you back. This has happened in order to get you to this space here. Okay, this is the divine masculine, but it's very much about standing in your power. The Emperor is the epitome of strength and clarity and knowing what you want, and that energy of power. And I don't mean like abusive power. I mean power as in just being able to, okay, thank you, Kelsey. So Kelsey's giving me the word lord your lands, which means take care of your business. Okay, and do it effectively and efficiently. So there's been a massive, I feel like this next week is going to be a big week for you. Bearing in mind, we're coming out of the Cancerian new moon now, all right, which has been a whole lot about emotional stuff and pushing us forward. With Uranus coming in, it's about expansion and us thinking bigger and expanding. Okay, so we're all being pushed for this. And in fact, today's morning message, talks about that as well, because it's about us now expanding into a new era of the age of Aquarius, where it's a different kind of energy for us to be working in. Okay, so beautiful energy and three major arcana, exactly the same as, not the same cards, but exactly the same as Gemini. They also had three major arcana. All right, so then I work with oracles for those of you who are new, and I like to just touch base and find out what's going on. Okay, first and foremost, Water Guardian, all right? Connect with your emotions. This is hugely, hugely important. This card here, all right, assists you in finding out what your patterns are, and more than that, why you have them. Okay, there is always normally some kind of emotional wounding or trigger that gets us to this place here. Okay, so this is about now spending some time looking at that and going, okay, well, what is it? What is part of my emotion? What is it? Do I feel less than? Do I feel like I am incapable of doing something? Do I feel like I'm not worthy of it? This is very much about finding the I want to say the motivation in a way, but the reason for whatever it is that you're needing to release here. So it's a very powerful energy with that. Okay, great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Okay, take the lessons, guys. There are always lessons. For me, I do always feel that the devil is a strong taskmaster in the sense that he does teach. Okay, this is very much about learning what we need to let go of, where we need to be, what needs to happen in order for us to be capable of doing what we want to do and live the life that we want. Take the lessons from this. You know, all of these struggles that you've been through, okay, they teach us something, they bring something to the table for us. Absolutely, categorically, every single time a coconut, they will bring something to the table for you. So what are they? Instead of being angry and staying in spaces of victimhood because you feel like life is unfair, change that energy around and go, okay, hold on, what is this bringing to the table? How is this going to empower me? If I learn from this, how do I empower myself by learning from this? Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy around this. And then Stargazer, set your sights higher. Okay. Now let's be honest. The Emperor is the epitome of like top of the range. Let's be honest. Okay. It's that authoritarian kind of taking control, doing what needs to be done, and not believing that there is anything that is not within his capabilities. He is so sure of himself and so sure in his actions. Okay. But he sets his high to get to Emperor phase and Emperor stage. He has to have set his targets really, really, really high. All right. So don't downplay your abilities. Don't downplay what you're able to do this next week. Okay. Reach for the stars. You've got the Uranus energy at the moment pushing you forward with that and assisting you with that. Okay. And then we've got protection. Okay, so know that in whatever you're doing, you are being protected. All right, very, very important. It doesn't matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter how hard this may feel at the time. Okay, oh gosh, sorry, really, really, please hold, your call's important to us. It doesn't matter how hard this feels at the moment. This is very much telling you that they've got your back. The universe has got your back, so much so that they've initiated this whole change. Okay, in order for you to become the person that you're meant to be. All right, so you are never alone. Touch base with your team, touch base with your family, touch base with your friends and your loved ones. All right, make sure that you are surrounded by a support system. If this really is an addiction and you're getting the actual necessary help, make sure that you have a support system around you. Okay, Spirit Guide, they're telling me that your teams are waiting in the wings to work with you. Sorry, I told you Delilah was going to come into action at some point. This is very much about them waiting to be there. They are literally there to guide you and to assist you through this, okay? Guys, work with your teams. You'll often hear me talking to Kelso and about Kelso. He's one of my family members. He's one of my best friends because what I do, I couldn't do without him. And so I've developed a relationship with him. The same thing needs to happen with you. Turn to your team. Turn to your spirit team. They are there. Angels, guardians, guides, ancestors, everybody. You've probably got more people backing you up in the spirit world than you do in the physical world, to be honest. So make use of it. Oh, okay, and there we go. Family. Okay, make sure that your tribe is around you and supporting you at this time. I have to say, for the air signs, I'm not sure what's coming up for Aquarius yet. But what I do want to say is it does feel like in the air signs particularly, there feels like this massive energy of shifting, but like a really big transition into like almost a new life, I want to say. So make sure that you've got the people that you love around you, that you can trust around you, and use them as backup while you're going through this transition, okay? You can always be there as backup for everybody else once you're in a more confident, stable place, okay? Now, please, seriously, Libra, that doesn't mean that you're falling apart at the seams. It just means that sometimes we need a little bit of extra help and we can't be scared to ask for it, okay? Because it's going to actually set us back by not getting the support that we need. So I really hope you've enjoyed your reading. We'll touch base with you next week again for the week following that. Sending you so much love. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Big loves.